Hi, how are you? So let's go ahead and start. I'm just gonna go ahead and start with. I still see the office. I still see the office a little bit with not so much loan officers. I mean, the only ones that are always there is Maria, Angelo, Ademar, sometimes Juan Rodriguez. My feeling, guys, is that this is where you need to start getting back into the job. I feel that for the last 2 years, some of you have only been surviving. In surviving, if you think that you're gonna survive in this business, it's never gonna work out that way. So you need to always be selling, not surviving, but you always need to be selling. If you're not selling, then I mean, you're gonna survive a couple of months, and then another month you're not gonna survive, and another month you will survive, but it's gonna be very hard for you to maintain in this business. So you need to be very active. You need to be selling. There's a lot of loan officers. There's a lot of real estate agents. I always think, unless you're more proactive, and you go and get clients from the public, but I think that the main source of the clients is always the real estate agent. I don't know if you have heard that this time, sometimes there are good times because the bad real estate agents, they go away from the market. But is that a good thing for us? Is that a good thing that a bad real estate agent goes out into the market? Why does he have to be out into the market? They go out into the market because they don't know what to do. If you ask Maria, and if you get a new real estate agent that she can work with, Maria's gonna tell you, love it. Love it. I always love working with new real estate agents because I go door knocking with them, I do this, I do that, I do this. So it's unfair for Maria to tell Maria, hey Maria, this is a great time because the bad real estate agents, they're gonna go out of business. But why? Why are they going out of business? Why we're not helping them? Why we're not sharing the information? I can tell you by experience, that I have worked with a lot of real estate agents, top producer real estate agents, that they don't know the information about the loans. They just don't know. They don't like crybabies. Crybabies they don't like because they receive a lot of information that is misleading. So that information that is misleading, or when they close an escrow and they did you qualify a client and he wasn't qualified, and then for whatever reason they went to another loan officer and they closed an escrow. You didn't even qualify them for $300,000 and they closed an escrow for $800,000. How they did that, God knows why. But and it seems like they always come back to you and says, well, the other loan officer closed the escrow for $800,000. And then that's when you start crying there. And they don't like crybabies. And I can tell you that I'm a crybaby also because I get upset because I know how they did the loan. They did it with the VOE. So we were talking about that real estate agents, they like a lot of information and they want a lot of information from all the loans. They don't like crybabies. And they don't like crybabies because when they tell you that they put into escrow a client that you were not able to qualify, the first thing that we do is that we cry baby. Blah, 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 they did it this way, and they did it this way, and they did it crooked, and blah, blah, blah. And they say, well, I don't care. I just closed the transaction. It was an $800,000 transaction. I made a killer on the commission, $20,000. I don't care. I don't care you're bickering. Now, but if you tell the real estate agent and you inform the real estate agent, they want that information. And if a top producer wants that information, trust me, a new real estate agent, they love that information. Now, if you go to conventions or anything, I mean, there's a lot of conventions with a lot of real estate agents. So anything that they're telling you, real estate agents are not working, real estate agents are leaving the market, yeah, some of them are, but that's not good for us. Because, I mean, obviously we get clients from them. And they're leaving the market because they don't know what to do. They don't know anything about the business. So we need to inform them. We need to approach them. We need to always be there. If we're always be there, we're always working with them, you're going to find out that you're going to get a lot of business. In a stable business, I'll be very honest with you. I don't do marketing anymore that much. I mean, I do marketing with Instagram. But other than that, I don't do that much marketing. I don't knock on doors of the real estate agents. But I'm always very professional when I talk to a listing agent. I try to keep information with them. I work with the agents that I work, and I always try to be very professional also with them. But I don't do those things, and my business is stable now. But my business is stable after 20 years. And after I busted my ass outside the Vallarta supermarket, giving flyers, I was at the malls giving flyers, so I already busted my ass. But if you're not getting business, you need to bust your ass. If you're not doing that and you're only surviving, you're always going to be surviving. You're always going to be surviving. So you need to get out there. I think that the market is getting ready to change. You need to be out there. You need to be out there. Maria, I mean, obviously, any new real estate agent for you is like great. I mean, it's like a cake that you're gonna eat. Maria enjoys a new real estate agent. So be out there. As far as for example, there's an email that we receive. All Century 21 receive emails. Some of you are subscribed with Century 21. There was a transaction that a guy did. He says that he did an FHA loan with no taxes. That's what he said. I did an FHA loan with no taxes. So the real estate agent thinks that FHA now is allowing loans with no taxes. No, that's not true. FHA allows a loan with a VOE. And they do allow it with a VOE if the DU approves it. Now, is the VOE true or not? And that's the main question. That's the main question. Is the information of the VOE correct? If it's not correct, trust me, guys, eventually you will get into trouble. Eventually you will get into trouble. I mean, maybe not the first time, maybe not the second one, but eventually they will caught up. I mean, banks are not stupid. I hate the banks make it so easy that way, but at the same time, they're not stupid. And they know how they're gonna, the people are gonna commit fraud. So just enjoy it while it lasts, because it always has existed that people do fraud. When they tell you, hey, they're doing fraud, just explain it. Explain to the real estate agent, hey, can you do the VOE? Yeah, I can do the VOE as long as it's a true VOE. Why? Because eventually they're gonna execute the 4506. And when they execute the 4506, if the information there was not correct, then who's gonna be to blame? Who's gonna be to blame? So be mindful in everything. There's a lot of loan officers. I mean, when they go out on vacation, and the idiot of a loan officer goes out on vacation, that's your opportunity. That's your opportunity to get into the business and just try to get it. Try to get the business. We don't have the screen over here, but we don't have the screen. Huh? Well, I asked Dawson to put a picture of my vacation. That's why it was a joke. You're still on? Are we still connected?
Yeah.
Okay. So don't worry about the picture then, Dawson. So I asked Dawson to put a picture of myself on vacation, but that's your opportunity. I mean, I get jealous because when I went on vacation, I asked Adam, I said, hey, can you help me with some of these loans? Now I came back and I see the emails, and I asked Pulido also, the emails go directly to them. Look at the idiot of a loan officer. Not yet, hold on. More. So when loan officers are on vacation, I get back and I see the emails directly to them, and I say, oh, they better not continue to give me business to them. I mean, and they better not tell me, well, Juan treated me better than you. I mean, oh, hell no. So those things, I mean, obviously it's my company, so I don't care. Obviously it's my company, but I don't care. But there's a lot of loan officers that are making a killer. At the same time, they're making a killer. And if you're making a killer, and they're going on vacation, the idiot of a loan officer, that's your opportunity. That's your opportunity to approach them. Because there's a lot of real estate agents that they need a loan officer to tell them, to guide them. You can take it off now. I don't want them to think that I'm that,
nice legs.
That much idiot. So you need to be out there, you need to be giving information to the real estate agents. If you think about it, and if you say, well, yeah, this is the perfect business for real estate agents, bad real estate agents to leave the market because of that, I can tell you in true honesty, and I'm sorry, but we're closing 20 loans. And out of the 20 loans, I can tell you that 60% to 70% are just from 3 people. So does that mean that all the rest of you are bad loan officers and they need to be out of the business? I will never say that. I will never want you out of the business. But the same thing applies to you. So you need to be a better loan officer also. You need to be a better loan officer. Get the point? Okay? Okay, so you need to market yourself. Right now, marketing is through Instagram. It's amazing that what Instagram can do, but you have to be on the internet, because one thing is what you see and another thing is reality. One thing is what you see, another thing is reality. Today, I went to the gym. I know that it doesn't show that much. Cabrón, ¿cómo que no doesn't show that much? Look at him. That guy goes to the gym. Okay, close it. So, I went to the gym this morning. I don't go to the gym every morning. I only go Tuesdays and Thursdays. See if I get up. I was walking outside. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was walking, and as I was walking outside, the guy says, well, okay, Oscar, see you. I'm leaving to watch videos. I said, videos? What videos? It says the mortgage videos, your videos. It says that yesterday I saw the one from the credit. And I was like, wow. I mean, a total guy that is a lawyer, separate. I always talk about him, but to him to make that comment, and to him to make a comment of a video in a credit report that I was talking about, credit report. I mean, he's actually seeing my videos, and you go like, wow. And for him to respect me that way, when I don't even consider myself as the videos and Instagram and everything, it's just amazing. It's amazing what the Instagram can do. We have a guy here with Dawson. If you're not making use of Dawson, you guys, you're losing. You're losing. I mean, use him, or you can do it on yourself. You can do it on your own, but you have to be out there. There's a couple of loan officers that work with us, Cecilia and Sandra. They get all their business from the internet. There's an agent downstairs, Mauro. He gets all his business from TikToks. All his business from TikToks. I don't know how, but he gets all his business from TikTok. And if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. If a fucking cook has 1 million followers showing you how to cook, why a loan officer cannot have 1 million followers showing you how to do loans? I mean, obviously there's a lot of difference in the editing, there's a lot of difference in the way that you talk. If you're gonna say bad words, as I just said, well, you're not gonna get those followers, obviously. But the way that you present yourself, the way that you communicate, the way that you do it, it doesn't make sense that a cook has those followers. And a loan officer cannot have those followers. Some loan officers do. Some of those loan officers already, they're not in the business, they're in the business of being an Instagrammer. But, I mean, there's a lot of information on loans. It's easy just to make a video. There's so much information on loans. One time I came with the idea with Dawson. I said, Dawson, if a cook makes a dish, can I just present the loan? I said, hey, I did a loan. This was the issue, and I did it this way. I corrected it this way. The issue was that they were doing it with 2 years of taxes. I did it with 1 year of taxes. That's how I solved it. Can I make a dish with a loan? So I present the problem, I present the solution, boom. Have you ever had problems and solutions with loans? Have you ever had a loan that another loan officer couldn't do it and you were able to do it legally and everything? And this is the solution, boom. I mean, obviously, Pulido runs into those scenarios every single day because everybody brings their scenarios to him. Can I present a loan as a dish? And doesn't say yes, but doesn't, never came up with the makeup, so we never did it. You need to put me makeup, Dawson, in order to get followers.
I would say not to give that solution on the video, just say, I'll close it, definitely call me. I will not give you that solution.
Like Maria says, so they had this problem, I was able to close it, call me to tell you how.
If you would like to know how, call me.
And if you approach the real estate agents, I mean, I was telling Dawson, everything is what they call an algorithm. So you can approach any type of client during the algorithms that they provide. So obviously, if you click on something, it's going to show you more of those things. But you can, with algorithms, you can approach anyone. You can approach real estate agents. You can approach clients in a certain zip codes. Use them. If you're not using them, then again, oh, this market is so hard that it's gonna get rid of the bad loan officers. So the bad real estate agents, hey, they're talking about you. So if you're not doing that, then you're a bad loan officer. But I don't want you out. I want you to produce. I want you to make money. But when they talk about that, don't say yes, the loan officer, the bad loan officers and the bad real estate agents. No, on the contrary, because they're talking about us. If we're closing 20 loans, they're talking about us. So, any questions, any comments? The other thing that we wanted to talk to you, obviously, we're always trying to. There's things that processing, they just fly through processing disclosures and processing, and they go to the underwriter. If those things fly through because it's very hard for processing, and also it's very hard for processing and disclosures to understand your loan. I mean, what are you trying to do? And it's worse if you submit it incorrectly. I mean, Pulido can figure it out, but Pulido has very experience, has more than I do as an experience on how to figure it out alone and how to figure it out what you're trying to do. But for a disclosure person or for processing, it's very hard. If you're using a non-occupant co-borrower, it's very hard for them to figure it out that you're using a non-occupant co-borrower. Pulido can pick it up in the spot, disclosures and processing, no. But the other person that can pick it up on the spot is the underwriter. And then when it gets into the underwriter and the declarations and the liabilities are not correctly, then the underwriter has to fix them. He prefers to fix them instead of returning the file to Alex and Adriana and asking Alex and Adriana to fix it. Because he's already on the file, so he's already working. So if he sees a problem, then he needs to fix it. But once he fixes it, I mean, we all know Phil, he's going to get very upset fixing problems. So he's asking for our help, declarations. If another person co-signed for a house, does he own a property or not? Yes. So you need to answer that he does own a property. If he co-signed for another person, it's an investment property. So it's asking you, in the last 3 years, have you owned a property? Yes. I co-signed for Maria. Now, what type of property? It was an investment because I co-signed for Maria. Now, if a person, me, I own my house and I co-signed for Maria, then you can answer yes, my principal residence. Or on the explanation you can put, I own my principal residence and I co-signed for a property for another person. But try to answer those questions correctly. Because sometimes we don't even answer those questions. Sometimes we just say no, because he co-signed, it's not his property. So that's sometimes it could be the mentality. No, I'm not going to declare the property because he co-signed, it's not his property. So the answer is no, that is incorrect.
Do you still add it to the REO or
Pulido?
No, that won't go in the REO.
So
Co-signer, no.
if you co-sign for another property, I knew the answer, but I didn't want Pulido to contradict me. If you co-sign for another property, you don't declare it on the REO, the mortgage liability, I change it to installment. I omit and I change it to installment. If you don't change it to installment, then a mortgage, it needs to be tied to an REO. And when you run the U, it's going to create an error. because a mortgage is not tied to an REO. Whenever you have a mortgage in the credit report, as a liability, it needs to be attached to an REO. So if Pulido tells you, I co-sign for another property, I don't have anything to do with that property, I'm gonna provide proof that somebody else pays for that property, then it doesn't get declared on the REO. If it doesn't get declared in the REO, then you have a liability with mortgage. Then it's gonna create the error. So that mortgage, I changed it to liability.
No, it's not.
Installment, yes.
And then you own it.
And you omit, yes. Yes. Mhm. Questions, comments?
So it's gonna be as installment and not including ratios?
Not included in ratios, correct. Not included in ratios, not included in underwriting, because you're omitting. Okay, that's it? Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's why you gotta take the processing class.
That's why I didn't pass.
Ajá.
I didn't pass the class of that fix.
Y de los apellidos, sí.
Tampoco la pasé.
Juanita,
Ahorita también.
Juanita, oh, sí. Es part of that group.